He doesn't look like a warrior. With his gawky frame, soft-spoken tone, wire-rimmed glasses, and awkward charm, Louis Theroux disarms almost everyone he meets. But that is his strength. Behind the sheepish smile lies a razor-sharp mind, relentless persistence, and a strategic discipline few in his field possess. His calm exterior masks a methodical operator who ventures into hostile environments, faces off with dangerous individuals, and exposes uncomfortable truths, not through aggression, but with subtlety, patience, and tactical control. From fringe cults to white supremacists, porn actors to violent prisoners, Louis Theroux has immersed himself in worlds most people wouldn't dare to step into. But the defining moment of his career came in the early 2000s, with a documentary that would retrospectively prove one of the most chilling and revealing ever aired on British television. When Louis met, Jimmy Savile seemed at the time like just another quirky interview with a British eccentric. But beneath the surface, Theroux's questions and Savile's responses painted a disturbing picture. Savile, still adored by the press, the public, and the BBC establishment, hinted on camera at darker proclivities. He joked about violence. He hinted at manipulation. He gave the audience glimpses of his true nature, even as Theroux pushed gently, letting the mask slip without ever tearing it off. At the time, few viewers grasped the full extent of what was being revealed. But when Savile was finally unmasked after his death as one of the most prolific sex offenders in British history, Theroux's documentary was rewatched as evidence of how deeply entrenched power, charm, and concealment can go. It had been there all along. Savile had exposed himself without realizing he had, because Theroux had let him. This is Louis Theroux's Spartan strength. He does not confront the beast head-on. He walks alongside it, listens, nods, and waits. And in doing so, he exposes what brute force cannot, the inner contradictions, the hidden darkness, and the unguarded truth. Even in recent months, Theroux has once again proven his relevance. In April 2025, his documentary The Settlers sent shockwaves across the internet. Entering the volatile and polarized world of Israeli settlers in the occupied territories, Theroux employed his familiar formula: polite questions, open-ended invitations, the absence of overt judgment. And yet, time and again, his subjects voiced extreme views on Palestinians, on territorial expansion, and on their ideological mission, without realizing how they sounded to the world beyond. Theroux never shouted them down. He didn't need to. He simply created a space where the truth would out itself, and the audience could see clearly what others prefer to obscure. His unique interviewing style isn't accidental. It's a strategy, one born of patience, observation, and psychological discipline. In the modern age, where confrontation often turns into spectacle and rage becomes currency, Louis Theroux plays the long game. He gains access not by force but by presence. He wins trust by appearing harmless, and once inside the system, he lets it reveal itself from within. There is also a kind of stoicism in his work. He doesn't moralize on camera. He doesn't weep or rage. He asks questions. He watches. He bears witness. And then he leaves you, the viewer, to sit with the consequences. It's the kind of restraint that echoes the old Spartan ethos, not to be loud, but to be effective. Not to boast, but to endure. Not to seek glory, but truth. Louis Theroux is no soldier, but in the information war of our age, he is a quiet tactician, one whose battles are fought not on battlefields, but in uncomfortable silences and awkward glances. In a world that rewards spectacle, he has mastered subtlety. And in a culture addicted to confrontation, he remains a ghost, calm, controlled, and quietly devastating. Because real Spartans don't always carry swords. Sometimes they just carry a mic. Order the Spartan Mindset today and embark on your journey toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan Mindset provides a comprehensive and actionable guide to personal development and resilience. Available now for just $19.99. Purchase your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage. Because your future begins with the right mindset. The Spartan Mindset.